Oh, I see the broken wood.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
a post right here, and this was the gate, and he backed into it and busted out. Because when they stole my winch that day, 2 years ago, they come back the next day and burnt me out.
Jim Brenner, a farmer residing in the isolated Utah desert, is leading the police to the very building where a missing teenager was killed just days before. Although they aren't aware of it yet, Dylan Rounds, 19 years old, had left his home to work on his farm. But after he was seen purchasing supplies at a nearby store, he vanished and never seen again.
What I'm worried about, I know he had a handgun and a shotgun. Shotgun used to lay in the back seat, and I looked in his truck and I don't see the shotgun.
Okay.
And his dad knows what he's got.
He hasn't been like suicidal or depressed or anything, has he?
No, but I'll tell you, he's been hanging out over that bar in Montello, and I could give you some names of some scumbags over there. But he's been shooting his mouth off about how much money he's making. And there's one guy, Chase Ventra. If you look him up, he's over there, and he can do anything he wants. He's been robbing, stealing, and everything, and the Elko County Sheriff won't do anything about it. I told that kid to stay the hell out of Montello. It's a trouble, no place for him. And if you talk to his mother, she knows more about it, but he run into Chase on the Tacoma Road the other day, and Chase kind of scared him a little bit.
What's your last name again, Jim?
Brenner, Jim Brenner. Well, I'll let you get down there before they disturb the crime scene.
Okay, thank you.
When the conversation ended, Jim Brenner's odd comment about a crime scene piqued the deputy's curiosity, especially since no crime had been confirmed yet. It was a chilling remark that would soon turn into a disturbing truth.
No guns in there.
No guns in there?
Like I said, he has a 40 that he puts in the door every side, and then he has a shotgun. There's no guns in either of them trailers.
Did you just pop the back window?
I broke it out.
At first, Dylan's red Ford truck seemed strangely abandoned, showing signs of minor damage. However, what deeply worried his father was that Dylan's guns had mysteriously disappeared from the trailer. Seeking more information about Dylan, the deputy decided to speak with his mother, who had her own troubling revelations about Dylan's recent encounter with a local criminal.
What does he farm for out here?
Himself.
Oh, what does he farm for? Grain or?
Yeah, grain.
Grain?
Yeah.
Jade stopped me when you guys went around me and was talking to me. He said that you knew something about a run-in he had with a guy named Chase?
Yeah, on Wednesday. But they told me that's normal.
I know a lot of the people that he named from Montello are not good people.
Yeah, and that's what they told me. But, I mean, like I said, we had no clue. I mean, we don't know the people out here. We're not,
I only know of them from what people say.
Dylan's mother confirmed that her son had indeed crossed paths with Chase Venstra recently, the same individual Dylan's neighbor had previously described as a local thief and criminal. Based on what the deputy had learned so far, it appeared that Dylan might have unknowingly put himself in harm's way. At just 19, Dylan had purchased 640 acres of land with his grandfather, valued between $200,000 and $300,000, and had built a reputation for his ambitious dream of running a large farm. According to his neighbor, Dylan's confidence may have made him a target, as he frequently visited rough local bars and openly boasted about his financial success.
We're trying to find a kid named Dylan Rounds.
Oh, I know. We got locals out here looking for him, too. Oh, they went out that way because he was out to Loose End.
Okay.
That's where he was staying, and he lives in Idaho, I think.
I was hearing Kurt say something about he had a confrontation with that Chase kid.
Yeah, that's who I'm looking for. Where do we find him?
I'm kind of worried about it because if Dylan did walk back from where he left the grain truck, and Chase got a hold of him vulnerable, you know what I mean? He's walking back, something bad could have happened because there was a bad injury with a kid just out here that got his face smashed in by the butt of a gun, and his whole camper shell was all bashed in and stuff.
Where do we find Chase? Is he from here? Does he live here?
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't.
He's from around here. This is where he hangs out. Yeah.
Staying out here, and he was a
Where was he staying at?
big thief in town, and so everybody was after him, and they finally told him to get the hell out of town and stay the
Of course,
hell out.
he came back because he was just seen out here.
Why was Chase and him having an issue? Do you know?
Well, this is what I heard. I heard that so Kurt told me, and I was just here. Not told me. I was overhearing part of the conversation, saying that Dylan was just driving down the road, and Chase stopped him and said, "Hey, you got some water?" And he's like, "Hey, do you know Kurt?" Da, da, da. And I guess they got in an altercation about that because Chase was like, "Kurt's." And Dylan was like, "No, he's not. You know, he's a good guy. I work for, do work for him, blah, blah, blah." There was an altercation. Then he went on his way. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken the conversation, that was the same day that he drove the grader, the grainer over to wherever and then whoever was there couldn't give him a ride back. So he possibly walked. That's all I know about the conversation.
Okay. I would assume, how does the kid getting hit with the butt of the gun, does that figure into this at all?
I think it does. I think there's some, because now we're talking violence.
Yeah.
So I know this third person came in who's got poofy hair. Nobody really knows anything about him. But this kid let his property go. He stopped making payments on his property because he's so scared. But he woke up to the butt end of a gun into his face. They smashed his camper.
How old was he?
I don't know, 30s. He has a family, has kids. He's out here, bought land out here, so I'm trying to homestead.
So he's not out here anymore. I would.
Nope, he let his property go. He's gone.
Okay.
Clear that Dylan's situation was far more dangerous than initially believed. The details of the altercation between Dylan and Chase Venstra painted a troubling picture, one that suggested violence had already been involved. The mention of a local man being assaulted with the butt of a gun, his camper smashed, and the intimidation tactics being used painted a grim reality of the area. With the new information, what initially seemed like a missing person case was beginning to look like something much darker, potentially even a homicide.
Were you able to find them?
Yes, we found them. There's a story behind it I can tell you if you need to.
Okay.
The shotgun is in a house in Rigby.
Okay.
That is my grandfather's that I bought, and he has a room up there, and that was the 40 was not in here. We looked in his camper, didn't find it. No key fob for the truck, so when I broke the window, the alarm went off, we undid the battery. No key fob. We looked in his camper and all the cupboards and stuff, looked in the bathroom, nothing. I believe it was Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting my days kind of run together. Tuesday or Wednesday. My mother came here. She has real bad arthritis, and my sister was here. We were all out searching. She used the bathroom. Dylan hadn't flushed it. Just seeing here, it's really nasty. So my sister went in and cleaned it. Still no gun. Later, my son and JD came in, and the gun was sitting on a sink. It's outside of the bathroom, but right by the bathroom door where the toilet and the shower is the sink, but it's not in the bathroom. The gun was sitting right there with the clip outside of it.
Okay.
Sitting there. And then, so my son and JD didn't think much of it. They grabbed the gun, put it in my truck. I didn't think much of it. Oh, they found the gun. I don't know. Then we started realizing that it wasn't there when my sister cleaned the bathroom for my mom to use and all that, and it was there. Then later they found the key fob the next morning, I believe, and I don't remember which morning, what day it was. Candace has all this documented, and we told the detectives.
Okay.
The key fob was in there.
Okay.
There's a key fob in here now, but that came from Rigby. My mom brought it back.
Okay. What was
There's Dawn.
Chase's ties to out here?
I don't know about Chase. She
Okay.
had hardly any. But the whole town knows him, and that whole town, it's a crazy place. They're just all like, they're all nutty for one thing. The only people that I know of that really were in contact with Dylan is I hear the Chase guy, I didn't know it. But Don and Jim. Jim was the guy the place you guys were at.
Okay.
Jim came out here and helped. Jim came to Rigby, where I live. I live in Rigby and Idaho Falls area. Dylan bought like 800 pigs or something from the Midwest when the pandemic hit, whatever, the corona. They brought them to my farm last pissed, and Jim was there, and I unleashed him, told him to get the hell out of here. He called Dylan, told him he was going to blow my head off. Dylan called me, he got all mad. So when I found out he was going to blow my head off, I had to go see, and he's walking down the lane of the farm with a big old pistol, and my dad calmed him down and calmed me down. Then he came back this winter to my shop to work on that seed truck. Fine, everything was fine, and I realized he's Dylan's friend. I'm not going to worry about this, you know what I mean? I got to mend ties with myself.
Dylan's father saw no further issues after the confrontation with Jim Brenner, who had been cooperating with the search. However, the officer passed the info to detectives, revealing Brenner's criminal history, including assault and weapons charges, making him a person of interest. The next day, officers arrested Brenner for questioning while he was heading back to the grain shed with Donald Hatley.
What could I do for you guys?
Well, we just had a couple things we wanted to talk to you about. We're still trying to figure stuff out, and just have you guys heard or seen anything these days? Anything new?
Trash over here. I know names. I know people. I know nobody seems to want to listen to me. They're the ones coming over stealing shit.
Are they?
Yeah. Chase Vestra and Robert Aviles are the one that robbed Michael Moore up here. And I knew it was going to happen before it happened, but the information I got was going to be Grouse Creek. But everybody keeps saying, that's nothing to do with Dylan. We need to find Dylan. You need to kick freaking rats over there open, and people are going to start talking. That's the only way you're going to find out about Dylan.
There's a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to let you know about it right now.
From Maryland?
So we're going to pick you up and take you to jail with us.
Oh, God damn it.
So what I want you to do, I know before you talk, you place your hands on your head for me. Interlock your fingers. Okay?
Jim Brenner's criminal history made him a suspect. While questioned about his firearm warrant, he mentioned Robert Lee and suggested Dylan was robbed. Jim's slip, speaking as if Dylan were dead, raised suspicion. He was booked on the firearm charge, allowing further investigation. Chase Venstra was arrested on an unrelated warrant and denied involvement in Dylan's disappearance. Officers placed him above Jim Brenner in jail, hoping for interaction. Chase later offered to solve the case in exchange for dropped charges, but detectives didn't trust him. A month later, on June 28th, a witness reported finding a suspicious burial site in the desert.
I smelled something. Somebody came in and opened it. It wasn't like this. This wasn't here either. Oh.
Okay, go ahead and step away.
There is something dead in there.
Alright, for 9, code 4, 27 California.
Yeah, it's definitely a dog.
It is, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he killed it, poor baby. He killed it. Because he will just...
Look like two dogs.
California, last of Garcia, first of Jose, middle initial, November and William, 0214 of 56, Philadelphia, California, Charles, 64318.
Yeah, so this is the only one that you found, huh? Okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't like this yesterday, though.
Okay.
Somebody came and opened it. Yeah.
So how did it look like?
This was flat. So this was on top, and then And then there was another wood.
Hey, man. So there is a grave, but there appears to be maybe 2 dogs, maybe 2 or 3 dogs.
Yeah, that's not a human.
Yeah, 2 or 3 dogs inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's been here for some time. But the person, the RP is telling me that it didn't look like this yesterday, that somebody had come over and opened it up for some reason.
Well, I am telling you the truth of the matter that his phone was running around that property in the morning before 3 o'clock.
It just sounds funny that he would be on time. Then he asks you to store stuff for him. I mean,
and not saying anything.
And not saying anything.
Property style in the morning.
What's that?
And not saying anything about Dylan being on his property down in the morning.
Yeah.
There are questions to be answered, that's for sure.
Donald's admission that Jim Brenner hid the guns at his place out of fear raised suspicion, placing Brenner at the center of the investigation with Chase Venstra. The firearms were seized, and Brenner faced an additional firearm possession charge, keeping him in jail. However, detectives still lacked concrete evidence, and DNA results from the bloody boots found near the shed had yet to return, leaving the case stalled.
Do you think you have anything that might be able to help us?
Maybe.
What's that?
2 different locations where a body might be.
Over a year passed. On December 2023, investigators received a call that changed everything. Jim Brenner's cellmate, who had spent months with him, claimed to know what happened to Dylan. Detectives arranged an interview, expecting another bargaining scenario, but the cellmate revealed a chilling murder confession.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where are those?
West Desert.
Well, okay. That's helpful. We think he's there too.
Yeah. He's in the West Desert somewhere.
Why do you believe that?
Just by the way he talked to me.
Well, what does he say?
He's trying to put it off on somebody named Chase.
Okay.
And he wants to say there's a road that goes from it goes from where he was all the way down to Clinton.
Oh, okay.
There's a dirt gravel road.
Okay.
It says it's been traveled a lot. And you don't get traveled a lot. Actually, it's alongside the tracks.
Yeah.
And that, and I know he killed a guy because he was jealous of him. Spoiled kid, what they call him.
Brent, you're using too many pronouns. When you say he killed him, you talking about Brenner killing him or this guy named Chase?
Brenner.
Okay.
I would look inside of a septic tank also.
A septic tank?
Yeah, a septic tank.
Why do you say that?
Because he's come across and told me all these things he's thought about and checked into and then he starts laughing and says you guys could be walking up right over top of his body.
Mr. Prophet, how
you doing, sir? Good, thank you.
Oh, let me turn my phone on so it's not going on the whole time. Yeah, there you go. Just go through some of the stuff we went through again last time, right? Like, this is voluntary. You don't have to.
Right.
You don't have to be here. You don't have to tell us anything. We're not going to talk about your other case. Doesn't matter to me. I don't even know for sure what it is, but that's fine. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
The questions are just going to be about the Rounds homicide case, right? So they had said that you wanted us to come back, that you had more information?
Yeah.
Or did you have information before that you just didn't give us all of it?
No, I didn't really have a whole lot of information then.
Okay.
I got plenty of information now. I got information that would probably help maybe even keep from cutting the deal that he wants to cut the deal with.
Okay.
On his right hand, nobody has noticed, he's got a bite mark.
Really?
He's got a bite from Dylan Rounds. the 22 is what killed Dylan. Two shots.
22?
Yeah, the 22.
Did he tell you that?
Yeah. The
story. Tell you that.
Like 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Go through that.
He come back and he was telling me, and I'm like, you know, how you gonna make a deal if you didn't do it? And he's like, well, I did. Let me tell you what happened. He said it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. He was in there taking and then he heard a diesel truck drive by the place he was staying in. And when he got out there, he had his 45, a gun that he put in a fold-over holster. And Dylan had picked it up off the sawhorses that he had thrown his stuff all around, moved it up so he could put the truck in the...
This is into the shed, okay.
Yeah. And Dylan was holding the 45, and he said he got really pissed off at him and started yelling at him and telling him, get the out of there. And Dylan took the gun and fired it right beside his ear. That's why he can't hear out of his right side here. And he said he grabbed for the gun and was fighting for it. He said they ended up on the ground. And Dylan ended up shooting himself in the leg with the 45. And then he said that while they were fighting, the gun got fired like 2 or 3 times. He said there's a bullet hole in the side of the building out there you can see. He said when he was out there talking to him and standing in the shed or something, standing out there, he said he was sitting there looking at it. And then he showed me a scar on his thumb too, where he had stuck his hand in the gun. It was trying to keep Dylan from firing it again, but he was clicking it, but his whole right hand was damaged at one time.
Okay.
But the bite mark is evident, very seeable, and the body is somewhere right there close by. He said he's seen tire marks over it where you guys have been driving. Somebody been driving on it.
Did you give me any indication of where? There's a lot of country out there.
Yeah, he said it's in the high desert.
Did he say that it was close to where he killed him?
Yeah, it's close. It's close somewhere there
where he killed him.
He gave like a 25-mile circumference.
Oh, so quite a ways.
Yeah,
But did he say did he talk about taking him off the property or anything like that?
Not yet.
So he heard Dylan drive by in his truck. Dylan had backed the truck into the grain shed.
No, he said the truck was still parked out.
So it wasn't backed in yet?
Yeah, no, it wasn't backed in. And that's when they had the fight. They had the fight and they were going on in there. He said that the round on the gun got turned. He said he heard it turn.
I think it was a revolver?
Yeah, it was a revolver. And so he knew that there was no shells in Clayton Park. He said that he got to the chance where Dylan had let quit biting him on his wrist. He had latched onto him, and he said he got up, he took off out, and that's when he got the 22. And Dylan told him to bring it back in there. Dylan told him to bring it back in there, or he was going to shoot the horse. The horse was standing outside.
Into the grain shed?
Yeah.
Okay.
The horse was standing out there eating grain out of the back of the truck.
Okay. Okay, so let's there was the scuffle in the shed with the revolver. Where did he get the revolver from? Was it in the shed?
Yeah, the revolver, he said he had stuck on the bottom. He had these sawhorses he made.
Okay.
And he had a like little toolbox underneath. He said he had it sitting in there. Okay. And when Dylan came up throwing around, Dylan discovered that was there. So
Dylan accidentally shot himself in the leg, right?
No, they were strong.
He shot by his ear. I follow you.
He shot by his ear. Okay. They were fighting for the gun at that time. When they went to fight for the gun at that time, they got turned towards Dylan and fired, and he shot him in the leg.
Okay. And then, from what you're saying, did he run back in the trailer and get the 22?
He told me that the 22 was in the. He said it was in 2 different places. In the back of the truck. He said he put it in the back of Don's truck, but Don Don had to be there if that was the case. But no, he said it was behind the bags, some grain bags.
Okay.
They had some grain bags
in the shed or out of the shed. Didn't say.
He didn't say.
Okay, so he gets the 22. Then what happens?
He said he took 3 shots at him, and they're all headshots. He said one of them grazed Dylan, on the side of the face. He pointed just like this to the side of his face, so it could have been red. You know, I couldn't tell you if it was right side, left side. But then he said 2 more shots. He shot Dylan in the head.
And that killed him?
Yeah.
And then what did he do?
Then he said he burned all of his clothes. He said after he took care of everything, he burned all the clothes.
Did he say what he did with Dylan? Because obviously did Dylan die in the shed?
Yeah.
Or outside the shed?
I've imagined inside.
Okay. Where the scuffle was?
Yeah, where the scuffle was.
Okay. So when he went back to get the 22, wherever he went to get it, did he have control of the other gun?
No, Dylan had it.
And did Dylan shoot at him or anything like that?
He said when he come around the corner at the opening, when Dylan said he was going to shoot his horse, Dylan was standing there with, you know, kind of like
holding the gun,
facing out towards him, and was trying to get away when he seen he had the gun.
Okay. Okay, so he killed Dylan. Did he mention what he did with Dylan's stuff? Clothes? I'm guessing Dylan had clothes and phone and stuff like that. Did he say?
Yeah, he threw the phone in some pond where they get water or something. He said he throw the phone in the water. I told him, I said, you know, they could track that phone if it's an iPhone. And he said, yeah, they got it. They got the phone. I was like, well.
So did he say anybody else that knows that this happened? Don knows it happened.
Yeah, Don
for sure.
Happened, yeah.
The phone recorded crucial evidence, and DNA from the bloody boots confirmed both Dylan's blood and Brenner's touch DNA. Brenner's phone data placed him near the pond the day Dylan vanished. A video from Dylan's phone showed Brenner cleaning a gun. Despite overwhelming evidence, Brenner offered to reveal Dylan's body's location for reduced charges. In spring 2024, Brenner led police to the burial site in the Lucin Desert, where they found Dylan's skeletal remains, previously missed in earlier searches. James Brenner, charged with second-degree felony murder, and 2 counts of possession of a firearm by a restricted person.